Hi y'all. I just thought I'd give you a little update on the garden. This is the oak leaf hydrangea and it is budding. Let's see if we can see a bud. It's already budding out. Pretty. Anyway, this has all been redone. These are the canna lilies. Some of them look a little sad and there's a reason for that. But I'll get to that. I got one lily down here, which is sad, and there's the same reason. Then I planted my big plumera. You can't really see it because it's green like everything else. But I finally planted it in the ground because it's just getting too big. And if you all remember, I moved the olive, tangerine, and orange tree last year. And I wanted to show y'all something on the olive tree. It's budding out. Look, I'm going to have olives this year. And then the tangerine tree has just gone crazy. I mean crazy. Look at all those blossoms. But if you look close, you see all these little bitty, all right, see if I can find them again. You see, if you look, it's hard to see. But anyway, there are a couple of dozen. Maybe you can see it right there. See that little bitty one right there? Let's see if I can find my thing. See it right there? That's a little bitty tangerine. There's like 2 dozen of them on here already. So we're gonna have a good year for tangerines. You can see it down here better. They're a little bit bigger. See? Anyway, and that's the orange tree, which still hasn't done anything. This hasn't been planted yet. There's banana trees. And you remember all the roses that used to be along here? The only thing down there now is the alphelia, which we'll get to in a minute. Over here, I planted another angel trumpet. And then the other ones are trying to survive. And this is my Mexican shrimp plant. And that is another alphelia. And for the roses, here you go. Here they are. All along the new garden. Yes, I created another garden. I think that looks pretty nice. And as you can see, we have roses. There's a pretty little red one just starting to come out. I mean, there's buds all over these things. And this is a new plant. I got 2 of them. There's all kinds of stuff coming up in here. Glads, 4 o'clocks, other things that I don't know what they are. There's another pretty red rose. And these lilies that are coming up, they got planted late. And of course, this beautiful rose. But the plant itself doesn't look good. I've got to treat it, but it does have new growth on it. And then I created this all the way down the driveway. I haven't dug up all the grass and stuff around. These are all daylilies, which are in bloom. And then you have these other things down here, which you will see once they start shooting up there. I can't remember the names of them. But, and now, here's the little front garden. You can see we have glorious lilies coming up back here. This is where the Mexican petunia is supposed to be. And these are the other roses, which I think are dead. These There's a pretty amaryllis, which is what is in this line. There's another bud down there. And then you got these, oh, this here, back here is a Confederate rose. Just planted a couple of days ago, so it's kind of still in a little bit of shock. Confederate rose is another form of hibiscus. And this here is my blue hibiscus, also just planted. And this here is a red hibiscus, which is definitely in shock. And there's another amaryllis getting ready to open up. Now, the reason why these roses are dead and some of the other plants don't look so good, so pretty, is because I did something I don't generally do. I used weed killer, and it killed more than just the weeds. This is another, oh, there's a bunch of 4 o'clocks down there, but this is another red hibiscus. That's why this red hibiscus is here. And my jungle on the porch has dwindled since I sold so much of it. There's a philodendron. There's my asparagus fern. And only snake plant I got left. And let's see, we have tomatoes, banana peppers, cucumbers, and I can't remember what these are. I think these, oh crap. There's some kind of peppers, I think. Yeah, they're more cucumbers. No, these are the bell peppers down here. That's right. That's the bell peppers. Okay. And you got this corn plant that's still, I don't know. This is another Althalia that I guess I'm going to sell. Elkhorn fern, pencil tree cactus, which used to be in the pot with the big plumera. My arrowhead vine, pothos or whatever they are. This thing is still blooming. Look at this. This thing has been blooming since December, I think. There's the aloe that bloomed. These are all rose, hardwood rose cuttings, and this one has got a bud on it. So, not all. There's the little thimble cactus. And all my other little cuttings. Excuse me. Now this is actually what they call a softwood cutting of a rose. And then there's 2 more roses. There's one there, there's one there. You can't really tell that's a rose. And these 2 little things here are plum trees, which I started a few months ago. More tomatoes. Another mother of thousands. More hardwood cuttings, roses. Duncane. This here is silver something, I can't remember it. My peace lily. This thing here is that's what that is. And it has a patent pending. Publication not allowed. Well, that's too bad. And then some more beef, my beefsteak bones. But, oh, these down here are all poblano peppers and more seedlings, some things that haven't come up, some things that haven't been down there long enough. This is another Confederate rose cutting. It needs to go in the ground soon or in a pot. And this one is the same, but he's got some roots, but not doing real well. But anyway, oh, we got to walk over to the food garden. Oh, I got these little planters from a friend. I planted some seeds in it. I can't remember what they were. One of these days I'll learn to write things down. But it's got a row of stuff coming up. And this one was planted at the same time, and it's got nothing. So whatever. Anyway, oh, and a lot of these plants that are along here, and all these daylilies and that back down there, they were all over here. Ta-da! Which is going to go back to yard. And I moved the rose back over here. Another red knockout rose. And the Texas sage. I'm trying to get a wild blackberry to grow down here, but I don't know. Some days he looks good, some days he looks like caca. But oh well. Over here we have summer squash. This right here hasn't been planted yet. We have one onion left from last year. And then here, I wasn't going to do watermelon this year, but these guys here came up voluntarily. I had to move them, but there's like 9 of them. But they came up voluntarily over here in the strawberry patch. And yes, the strawberries are already netted. You know, can't really see them that well, but anyway. And then over here we have, this part needs to be weeded yet, but I have bush beans growing. I've got more that are in to germinate that haven't come up yet. But yeah, that is, the cucumbers are going to go right in here where there's a blank spot. And then the other one's going to have peppers and tomatoes. And this spot right here is going to have peppers and tomatoes in it too. But I've got to finish digging a bunch of this out so I can put some actual soil in there. And for all of you that remember the elephant ears and everything, well, they are no longer. I have dug everything up. We're trying to get this to go back to yard. All these bricks, which luckily came up in sections, they are all going to go in the backyard because they are all going to become part of the fire pit. But anyway, there are still some things growing in here, but which I'll leave for this year, you know, but a lot of it is gone. Big elephant ear, pulled it all up, sold it. But this is this over here, this Alphalia, or Rose of Sharon. It's right here. It used to be over here. If anybody remembers. But it was growing right next to the water line, so I had to dig it up, move it. But anyway, that is what I have been up to, folks. Nothing but gardening and plants. Fun, fun. Here's my rabbit. But anyway, hope you all have a blessed day. Bye.